All right, welcome back after this grand final between Reynad and Firebat. You're happy about that win?
Yeah.
Moderately
Um,
happy. All right, that's fine. That'll do it. Um, so we saw that. I mean, your lineup was pretty cool. Druid, Mage, Rogue, Paladin. I liked the revival of kind of Miracle Rogue with Toshli using spare parts. It kind of indicated to me that maybe the nerf to Gadget might have been warranted in a way.
yeah, definitely. There's a lot of ways to build Rogue now. It's definitely one of the stronger decks, I think, for a lot of people. Tashi's kind of in there as like to have instead of Sylvanas, and he gives you stuff to combo. That was Gara's idea, I think, or at least he was the first person I saw playing it, so seemed better than Sylvanas, so at least in this deck, so went and tried it.
Yeah, I think it actually paid off. You played that deck, and it ended up working out pretty well with the Gadgetzan Auctioneer. Not as good as an Archmage and Tinnitus, but drawing cards in Rogue is pretty much essentially the same thing. And now, like the Mage deck, we have to talk about that one because that's pretty much what you 3-0'd Firebat with in the Grand Finals. Blingtron is a card that not a lot of people have seen in Mech Mage. It's a card that I've seen personally run a few times, but I
hmm
never thought I'd see that thing happen in a tournament.
Yeah, it's a card I put into Mech Mage like right when GVG came out, and I haven't really taken it out since. But the list that I played today was like it's the same list I've been playing for 2 months, except I cut two Unstable Portal and two uh, Mechanical Yeti for the Scientist Mirror Entity package, which is really I think what won a lot of games. Like that's really good. I lost to it on ladder a few times, and then I think I heard someone say that Clento's the one that like streamed it or something. So yeah, props to him for figuring that out. Like just playing the two traps, it makes the deck a lot better for sure.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, the
actually
Blink-Tron
guarantee it's
wasn't
going to
like
snowball tempo-wise.
yeah, the Blink-Tron wasn't. I don't think it's that uncommon. I mean, you play four water elementals, and if they're frozen and you play Blink-Tron, you win the game. So it's like I don't know. It seems pretty intuitive. The
Yeah,
Black
and we
Knight's there for spare parts, synergy, and yeah, all the cards in that deck really make sense to me.
yeah,
So.
and we've seen a lot of Druid and Mech Mage in this tournament. Both these decks are centered around a lot of tempo and very fast wins. Do you think that their tempo is too strong, or you think they're fine?
I mean, the Undertaker nerf just happened, so the format's kind of unstable. So the reason that we saw a lot of it is because they're just proactive decks, so they're going to do well when everyone's decks are bad, um, because they'll just punish like anything that's misbuilt. Yeah, I actually think my decks are pretty terrible for this tournament. Like the Mech Mage, I wouldn't really change a card, but it kept getting banned early. And then the Rogue deck is probably like four cards off of optimal, and those classes were right to bring. The Druid deck, um, the deck is like 28 cards and two wild growths. It doesn't really matter how you build it, I don't think. If you just draw wild growth when you need it, it wins. And then, so that's just like the most RNG deck, I think. And then my Paladin deck, I think, was like, it was like really bad, really bad. I actually won a game with it, which was really surprising to me. But Ties and Firebat both banned it, I think, assuming that it was a good list. So that was lucky for me because if they banned like one of my other, if Firebat banned Rogue, I'm pretty sure I would have lost, and if Ties banned Mage, I'm pretty sure I would have lost. Their lineups would have destroyed mine.
All
So
right.
yeah, that's. I mean, in the end of the day, I brought mediocre decks, and I got unlucky where it didn't matter, and I got lucky when I needed to. So it's yeah, I don't know. I'm not like particularly proud of this one to be honest. I felt like a lot of the Druid mirrors and stuff I played, it's just like, oh, I drew Wild Growth, he didn't. The games I lost, oh, he drew Wild Growth, I didn't.
Yeah, that's a very
So
common scenario actually when druids just end up being a huge part of the metagame. It'll come down to some very early, like an innervate play, like innervate Lothep can do a massive job. In the specific case of Firebat, who won a game earlier again with specific just innervate ramp, basically will just do everything. And I think maybe some mechanics when druid, really as you said, punish decks that are poorly built, and they can even punish decks that are well built by just snowballing out of control with just a 4 damage to face for 3 turns unpunished, and then they will you down with combo at the end. So
yeah, definitely. To be fair though, I think I've misplayed less in this tournament than any other tournament I've played. Really, normally I'll make like some subtle mistake that'll cost me a game, but I think across all my games, my only mistake was this one weird play where I didn't cycle a Wrath on his Molten Giant before big game huntering it against whoever played Handlock Tide. I could have like
yeah,
cycled
thanks.
Wrath a turn earlier instead of hero powering, and then I would have been able to develop a minion like sooner. Like I would have been able to develop Shredder the turn before, and but that's like a really subtle mistake. It
Yeah,
wasn't
these are
anything
subtle
too
mistakes.
bad.
They end up mattering, but I mean, the only mistake I saw was like picking the wrong deck and having to concede as a result. But that was a
Yeah,
pretty
my deck was
weird thing.
29 out of 30 cards.
Uh,
Correct. I registered. Yeah, I registered a Lotheb and one Farseer, but I had two Farseer instead of the Lotheb in my list, so I just conceded when I drew the second one when I noticed.
all right.
But
Well, it didn't really end up mattering in the end. You still came back in the brackets and ended up winning the finals. So congratulations. You're getting away with $1,200 first place. So thanks for participating, I guess.
thanks. Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
All right. So this is going to be it for the first Battle of the Best tournament of 2015, sponsored by Mad Catz. Reynad takes it. Firebat gets second place. Not too bad either, getting $600. So congratulations to Firebat for getting to the finals. This is no easy task, and he demonstrated that he's an excellent player. And yeah, also don't forget that there is a giveaway from Madcast that you can still participate in. The results are going to be given tomorrow morning. So, well, tomorrow during the day, you can go participate on facebook.com/madcast.german, and you can win a headset and a mouse from Madcast. They're pretty, their gear is very amazing.
So thanks for watching, and thanks to everybody who participated. And until the next Battle of the Best, you guys take care of yourselves, and may the fun and the luck be with you.